Hello guys, today we are going to study conditional logic in SQL. Conditional logic enables dynamic data processing by allowing decision based on specific conditions. We have here case statement, COALESCE, NULLIF. These are powerful tools for this purpose. The case statement evaluates conditional sequentially, and it returns a result when a condition is met. It is similar to if-then-else construct. For example, it can categorize grades as excellent for A, fail for F, etc. COALESCE takes multiple arguments and returns the first non-null value, making it ideal for replacing null with meaningful defaults, such as displaying no department for missing department values in instructor table. And also, we have null if. This compares two expressions and returns null if they are equal, which is useful for avoiding dividing by zero errors or making specific values as null. Together, this construct enhances SQL's ability to handle complex logic, improve data presentation, and manage edge cases like missing or invalid data in different databases. Like the previous lectures, we are going to work with university database. In this database, we have 11 tables like students, department, instructor, advisor, takes, time slot, teach, course, prerequisites, sections, and classroom. We can list our tables, so select all from information schema.tables. So here is a list of our tables. We have 11 tables in total. So the first is case statements. Case statements allow conditional logic. This is similar to if, then, else. For example, I want to categorize courses by credits into, for example, low, standard, high, or special. So what we do, I need to go for the course table. So select all from course table. So what do I have in here? I have course ID, title, department name, credits. So I'm gonna get course ID, title, and credits. Then I'm gonna work with credits here. Case, credits. Then I have some condition here. When case is equal to 1, then make it as low. When credit is equal to 2, then make it again as low. When credit is equal to 3, make it as standard. When credit is equal to 4, make it as high. Otherwise, make it as special, right? Then we need to close our case and we can rename it as, for example, credit category, right? And we can go for a special department, for example, where department name is equal to computer science. Here we go. Introduction to computer science 4 high. Algorithms 3 standard. Introduction to programming 2 low. Algorithm basics 1 low. So here we did a search case and we categorized these courses based on their credits. Next, I'm gonna provide a verbose description for student grades intakes, right? So I'm gonna explain what happens. Select all from takes. In a specific semester, like semester is equal to fall, and year is equal to, for example, 23. All right, so let's see what do we have here. These are our courses. Now, I want to check if it is A, make it as excellent. If it is B, make it as good. If it is C, make it as satisfactory. If it is D, needs improvement. If it is F, fail, right? I want to go and select top 5, right? For example, I can add here top 5. And what do I need to select here? Student ID. I want to show course ID and grade. Then I will check the grade. So case. Then here, when grade is equal to A or A minus, then make it as excellent. When we have B, you can see here, we have B, B plus, right? Maybe we have B minus. So this is only short table. In this case, I check in and I will decide the condition here. If it is equal to B plus, or it is equal to B, or it is equal to B minus, check all of them together, then mark it as good. If it is in C plus, C, or C minus, then check it as satisfactory. And if it is in D plus or D, we may have no D minus, then mark it as needs improvement. And then if grade, and here we have to add grade here, grade, grade, grade. And if it is equal to F, then mark it as fail. Otherwise, mark it as not graded. And then we close our case and we rename it as grade description, right? Try, error. There should be a comma here, error. Okay, here I need to add grade here as well. Okay, you can see here, C satisfactory, A excellent, B good, A minus excellent, and B is good. Okay, let's close this one. The next one is I want to sort instructors based on their salary range. So select all from instructor. Let's run this one. This is range of our professor's salary. Again, I can go for a specific department. For example, department name is equal to computer science. What information do I expect to have in my output result? For example, their name and salary, right? Then here, case, when salary is greater than, for example, 100,000, then mark it as 1. And when salary is between 70,000 and 100,000, then mark it as 2. Otherwise, mark it as 3. Then we close our case and we rename it as salary underscore rank, right? Then here we want to sort them, right? So order by salary underscore rank that we have provided here, and salary in a descending mode. That's all. Case, comma, and here we go. So this Srinivas is less than 70,000. It has been marked as 3, and the rest 2 are 2, right? If you want to go for all professors, you can see here, we can have 1, more than 100, 2, and 3. Let's close this one, and then we go to learn about COALESCE. This COALESCE returns the first non-null value from a list. For example, I wanna display no department for null department in the instructor table. So select all from instructor. So we have one null value here, and we want to change it to no departments. This is a simple example. Maybe for big databases, you have a lot of null values, right? So select instructor ID and name, then COALESCE, and here department name, change it to no department, and we rename this one as department. So this replaces department name with no department if they are null. So this COALESCE function takes the first non-value from its argument, and if department is null, then it returns no department, right? So let's see here. You can see here brown, no department. The next topic is about null if. Null if returns null if two expressions are equal, otherwise return first one. So we want to treat courses with 1 credit as null, right? So for this one, we need to go for select a star from course. I'm gonna check course ID, title, and here null if credits is equal to 1, and name it as adjusted credits. From where? From course. But let's add one condition here where depth name is equal to, for example, AI studies. So select all from course where department is equal to. So you can see here, this machine learning is 1, right? And in here, machine learning has been changed to null, right? So it changes some values to null. Next, I'm gonna categorize department based on their budget into high, medium, low, or unknown. So for this one, select all from department, and I want to categorize them based on budget, right? What do I need to in my output? Department and budget. Then here, case, when budget is greater than 70,000, then mark it as high. When budget between 50,000 and 70,000, then mark it as medium. And when budget is less than 50,000, then mark it as low. Otherwise, mark it as unknown. And then we close it and we rename it as budget category, right? From department table. So here you go, high, medium, and low, right? So this is what do we have. You can change these conditions as well. So we used a search to evaluate the budget based on these conditions, and this else handle budget as unknown if there is nothing in there, and filter department with non-null values. Next, I want to classify students based on the total credits earned into academic levels. For this one, I need to go select a star from student. So you can see here we have total credits. So we want to work with these total credits, right? So here we get student ID, name, and total credits, right? Then case when total credit is greater than or equal to 90, then name them as senior. If total credit is greater than 60, then mark them as junior. If credit is greater than 30, then name it as sophomore. If it is greater than 0 only, then you can say freshman. Otherwise, no credits. Close it and name it as academic underscore level, right? And also we can order by sort them based on total credit that they earn in the descending mode. Okay, here we go, senior, junior, sophomore, and freshman. So this third case assigns academic level based on the total credits for different conditions that we have, and we sort by credit in a descending mode. And the last example here, I want to determine classroom usage status based on section assignment and capacity. For this one, I need to work with two tables, classroom and section. So select all from classroom and select all from section. Let's see. So you can see two tables together. So in here we have building and room number are the same. So we can join them based on these two. Rename the classroom as C and rename section as S. From the C, I will select C dot building, C dot room number, and C dot capacity. And I will do left join with section based on what? Based on these common attributes that they have. C dot building is equal to S dot building, and C dot room number is equal to S dot room number. I'm gonna group by them based on C dot building, C dot room number, and C dot capacity. And in here, I go for COALESCE. This COALESCE ensures null results from case are displayed as no data. So I'm gonna add one no data here. Later, I will use this no data. Then after the end of the case. So here we have a case here. Now I'm gonna work with the conditions because it says I wanna check if a classroom is used based on the count of course ID is more than 0. So I want to check if a classroom is used, and let's try in a specific semester. For example, and s.semester is equal to fall, and s.year is equal to 2024, for example, right? So here I want to check the classroom usage based on the number of course ID. If it is greater than 0, it means in use. If it is not, it means unavailable, right? So when count, then s.course ID, because courses are offered in sections. So course ID greater than 0, then I will rename it as in use. Then now I go for null if. I will check capacity and 0, and I want to convert 0 capacity to null values, and in this way I can make it as unavailable, right? So null if c.capacity and 0 is null, then unavailable, right? Otherwise, name it as available. Okay, so end no data, and I can rename this one as usage status. Let's see what happened. Too many errors. Capacity, no capacity. All right, you can see here, available, unavailable, etc. So what we did here, I used a case to check if a classroom is used in this fall semester 2024 if is greater than 0. Then the null if converts 0 capacity to null and make it unavailable, right? The COALESCE ensures null results from case are displayed as no data, and this left join includes all classroom, even those not used in fall 2024, and group by aggregate section per classroom. Okay, that's all for today. In this tutorial, we learned about conditional logic in SQL. Case statements enable dynamic decision making, allowing categorization, like what we did for course credits, student grades, and custom sorting, like what we did for instructor salaries. They are versatile and they support both simple and search forms for various use cases. The COALESCE provides a seamless way to handle null values by substituting defaults, ensuring meaningful outputs. For example, no department for null department name values. And also, null if offers precise control by converting specific values to null, and in this way, enhancing data cleaning and validation. To deepen your understanding, please practice these examples with different queries and also different databases, and feel free to ask me your questions by leaving a comment below this video lecture. Thank you, and see you in the next lecture.